Yo, what's going on? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Look, checking back in with you. It's your man, the walking bowling ball. How you doing? You may know me as Brandon Massenberg, running for Board of Supervisors District 2, but when you see me rolling around these mean streets, you with the walking bowling ball. How you doing? How you doing? Hey, it's good to see you guys. Hope everything is well. Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing great. Another day above ground is always better than one below it. You know what I mean? I'll take what I can get. I'll give everything I got. Look, man, I'm not going to be on here long. I have to say that so you can listen to what I have to say, but I promise you, I'm not going to be on here long today. I'm not going to be on here long. Look, man, just I want to say thank you to everybody that came out on Thursday evening to the Disputanta Town Hall. It was a good event. We got an opportunity to meet with all the other candidates for Board of Supervisors and for the school board also. We also got an opportunity to meet with people in District 1. Had a couple of District 2 res show up. District 2, what's up? Get our issues out there, talk about what concerned us, talk about a little about, what motivates us, and some things that we're trying to work on to make the county better. I thought it was a productive event. I thought you got an opportunity to see what similarities and what differences. What's going on? Amen. Thank you. What similarities, what differences the candidates have. Hear from their mouths. You got an opportunity to voice your opinions on matters that were important to you. And south each other up. I think it's a good thing. Listen, I want to say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Let's grow together is a winning strategy. Let's grow together is on the minds of all these people out here. Let's grow together is something that people want to do. All right? Now, I understand both sides of you. I understand the rural aspect of it. I understand the traditional aspect of it. I understand farming. I understand agriculture. I understand the small town vibes. I get all that. Trust me, as I said before, I'm from here. I get it. I love this place. That's exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. But the overwhelming responses that I've received from that event, from posts that I've done, from emails that I've gotten, phone calls, comments on my videos, is that people are with this. This is a good idea. And not just the part about the mixed-use development in the sportsplex either, which are brilliant ideas, by the way, and I'm going to expand on those more. Give me some time. I got some videos coming with that. But just also, too, the trajectory of the county and where we want things to go and the mindset that people have here about not only the present, but the future. I live in Branchester Lakes, man. And when we moved here in 1992, this was a 2-3 road neighborhood, man. You had Branchester Parkway, which is what we're on right now. Snow Geese, where I live right now, we live off of Shoreburg, that was not here. In fact, that was a cesspool that is now referred to as Branchester Lake. Look, I've been to some good lakes. I've been to some terrible lakes. That ain't either. All right? It's like a big mud puddle over there. It's a better mud puddle than it used to be. But back then, that was a cesspool. But it had 2 kick-ass bike ramps on it too, though. And I can tell you some stories about those bike ramps. But listen, let me get back to what I was saying. But just taking the growth of this neighborhood for what it was back in 1992 when my parents moved us here from Stony Creek to what it is now in 2023. This is a beautiful neighborhood. It's got hundreds of families in it. Black families, white families, Latino families, straight families, gay families, everybody. This is a microcosm of the country that we live in. This is a beautiful neighborhood, man. And notwithstanding the one event that we had a couple of weeks ago, my condolences go out to the family members of the young man who was killed here. There's no crime. Everyone gets along peacefully. This is a place where You can go to sleep at night. Doors are unlocked. Crap will still be in your cars. Doors are unlocked. Crap will still be in your house. Plenty of these little grumpkins out here leaving their bikes outside, basketballs outside. Man, I seen a kid leave one of those little electric scooters outside. Walk past here for a week straight and the damn scooter was still there. Where they do that at? What hood they doing that in? What tough neighborhood that needs all this policing and has a crime problem they doing that in? Huh? You think you leaving your brand new $300 electric scooter out on your stoop in Chicago? Huh? You think you leaving that out on your stoop in El Paso? I don't think so. In Prince George County and Branchester Lakes, you leaving your electric scooter outside, all right? It's not a big deal, all right? Point I'm trying to make is simply this, man. These people moved to this county. These people moved to this neighborhood because of the opportunities that the county presented to them, okay? When people moved out to Prince George, they didn't move out here because necessarily they all wanted peace and greenery and a place to stretch their legs and look at the stars at night. They moved out here, number one, because they knew it was a growing development. They knew it was a growing county. They knew it was a place where their kids could come, mix, and be a part of a community that had other people in it. Not just white kids, not just black kids, not just Latino kids, but you had a chance to come here and be with everybody because that's what America is. You also came here, man, because you could afford it. It was a nice place where you could buy a nice home. You could have some green space. You could raise your family, have 3 or 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a 2-car garage. All right? It was nice. It was a step up. It's a middle-class place. All right? Something people are kind of scared to talk about these days. Class. It's a real thing. It's a real thing, folks. All right? If you don't want to talk about it, you just ducking the issue. People move to Prince George because it's a middle-class place, and they like it. So most of the people who are around you in this place, especially in Branchester Lakes, especially in Cedar Creek where my parents live, especially in Brick House Landing, which is right there beside them, especially in Cedar Creek West, these are middle-class neighborhoods, okay? All these people make around the same amount of money. All these people, within reason, kind of do the same things. They're employed. They've been employed long-term, all right? They have the same mores, same outlook. They kind of have the same disposition, okay? We have a lot more in common than differences, okay? And the one thing that I will say about these communities around here, if you look at them, a lot of the residents in these communities, man, my parents, 66 years old, my dad, my mom, 65 years old, Mr. Roach, gentleman I talked to on the other side of the neighborhood doing my walk today, 67 years old, Mr. Moore, right down here, I just passed a second ago, the guy was shouting out, 72 years old, Joan, she lives right here. She was in my first video I talked about a couple of weeks ago. She's like 76, 77 years old. These people are getting older. A lot of these people are getting older, all right? Your younger people who are still here, their jobs are somewhere else. They're not necessarily working in Prince George, but their homes are in Prince George County, okay? They're living here because of the schools. They're living here because of the quality of life. They're living here because of the possibilities and opportunities. Look, if you want to continue that trend, if you don't want Prince George just to be a place that's going to turn into somewhere where a bunch of old people are staying, they're moving out to get out of the way, there's no growth. And if you are younger, if you are somebody who's graduating from Prince George High School, if you are somebody who's moving in to the area, that you duck Prince George altogether because there's nothing for you to do, we're going to fall behind. We're going to fall behind, okay? And that's not me, out here just, making threats or, saying something that's so far-fetched that it's unbelievable. It's the absolute truth, and I think you know it too, all right? If you move here, you're 23 years old. You move here, you're 25. You move here, you're 30 years old, okay? At that age nowadays, most people don't really have families. Maybe they got a girlfriend, maybe they got a boyfriend, maybe they're just starting out, maybe they're getting themselves going, all right? Now, if you want to keep those people here, if you want to get people that age that are going to be here, that are going to live here for 20, 30 years, buy a home, lay down roots, build a family, you got to give them some stuff to stay here for, man, all right? You got to give them some shops. All right. You got to give them some kind of employment opportunities out here that are going to pay them enough where they're not driving 15, 20, 30 miles to go to work every day. And then 15, 20, 30 miles to come home every single day. Because you know what happens when you end up doing that? Eventually, you end up moving closer to where you're going to work every day because it saves you a little bit of money, saves you on gas, saves you on travel time. Because the less time you're on the road, the more time you're with your family. Am I right or am I wrong? All right. Listen, you got kids. I got kids. Some of you guys that don't have kids that are watching this, give it some time. They're going to pop up sooner or later, okay? Look, we just went through this meeting, sat down there with a couple people from the school board, and, you had people talking about accountability, and, they were talking back and forth between each other. Look, man, what's going on between them, I ain't got a dog in that fight. But what I will tell you, as a parent, as somebody who has 3 kids that are in Prince George County school system right now, accountability is important. Schools always need more money. Schools always need more funding, okay? This is 2023, all right? Most of the people who live in Branchester Lakes right now, when you see these homes, when you see these cars, when you see these trucks out here, these are places that are relics of the old economy, all right? These people have been working these jobs for 15, 20, 30 years. They were able to work those jobs for that long, take that money, and afford this kind of lifestyle. In 2023, those ain't the jobs we got anymore, all right? If you want to work a job like that, that's going to provide you and afford you the opportunity to live in a neighborhood like this, to live in a neighborhood like Cedar Creek where my parents live, to live in Brick House Landing, to live in some of these new subdivisions they're talking about building, and be able to afford a home. If you do want to live the American dream and buy a home, you're going to have to work a job that's in a 21st century career. You're going to have to work something that's going to have to do with, I don't know, aeronautics. You're going to have to work something that has to do with technology, something to do with science, something to do with engineering, something to do with math, because those are the professions in this economy, in this day and age, that are going to pay you the kind of money that you can live that kind of lifestyle. That means that you need to fund those schools to teach our kids to compete in that kind of economy. So that means we need after school programs. That means we need programs that are in school that teach kids these things. Rwani's important, yeah. I want to teach kids how to build things and fix cars and do plumbing and all that. Of course, there's a spot for them in the economy. There's a spot for them everywhere. But you know what? Everybody don't want their kid to be a plumber. Every kid don't want to be a plumber. Every kid doesn't want to be a mechanic. Every kid doesn't want to go out and do HVAC. Some kids want to fucking build airplanes, man. Some kids want to be Elon Musk. You know what I'm saying? Some kids want to build Predator drones. Some kids want to do what my kids do, man. Not only just play sports, but they go to RoboCop, okay? My kids go to Code Ninjas. We drive 45 minutes up and 45 minutes down twice a week so these gremlins can go up there and punch numbers on the keyboard and build robots and have little robot battles. And you know what? They love that, man. They love it. You know what we would love? We would love to not have to drive all the way to Midlothian to go do that. But I'm going to do it because I love my children. I'm going to do it because that's what the world is right now. That's what the world is going to continue to be. And as a parent, I am failing my kids. Yeah! Come on, man. You got to love it. You got to love it. You got to love it. That's a dad. That's his son. And those are his grandkids, man. You got to love it. You got to love it. Look, man, that's what the world is right now. All right? And if you're telling me that we don't need money to fund those types of things, that putting that kind of funds into your school, those kind of programs into your school, so then when kids graduate, yeah, it's nice to have a Prince George High School to county government pipeline. Cool. We need that. I want a Prince George High School to UVA to aeronautics program, okay? I want a Prince George High School to Virginia Military Institute to science, technology, engineering pipeline, all right? I want to raise the next generation of people who are able to go out here and work professions that are competing with China, that are competing with India, that are competing with these nations that in the 21st century are going to be pushing us. Because when they send their kids over here to get our degrees, when they send their kids over here to go to our top colleges, they ain't staying no more. Those kids are taking those degrees that we provide for them, and they're going back to their countries. And they're going back over there, and they're using the stuff that we've taught them, and they're kicking our ass. And you know why? Because our kids ain't doing that. Because our schools aren't funding that. And the schools that are funding that, that's where people are moving to. All right. So you might not want to Chesterfield, Prince George County, but I tell you what, the reason so many people are moving there is because they fund those programs in their schools. All right. They fund Homeland Security. They fund a robotics program in their school. They fund these things. You can live in one place in Chesterfield County and then test out and go to another place. We don't have that here. In fact, you want kids in Prince George to get an opportunity? Bring back the activity bus. Kids in Prince George don't even have an activity bus that they can ride after school if they want to play sports. So if you're a parent, like these two ladies right here, ladies, how you doing?
Hello.
If you're a parent and your kid wants to play football, your kid wants to play baseball, your kid wants to play basketball, and you got a job and you don't get off until 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, how's your kid supposed to get home? You complain about the kids being bad in school. You complain about the kids not having behavior problems. It's because they don't have any activities. You want to keep the kids off the computers. You want to keep the kids off of TikTok. You want to keep the kids off of Instagram. You want to keep the kids off of YouTube. Fund some programs in our school. That takes money. And it's not going to keep coming in if all the money you're getting is off the backs of the people who live here off of property taxes. You've got to bring in some kind of revenue into this county that's going to allow us to provide for those types of things. That's what Let's Grow Together means, all right? It's not some far-fetched scheme that's like, hey, man, let's just bring in all these businesses tomorrow and let's just be fiscally irresponsible and just bring this stuff to Prince George County and don't worry about it and we'll make it happen when it happens. No. A big part of that plan is what I just said. How are you going to fund our schools? How are you going to fund the 21st century? How are you going to ensure that not only do we keep up, but that we lead and excel in a 21st century economy if we're not funding our schools and giving them opportunities like that? All right? I want to keep this going. I like these conversations. I like talking like this. That's what these walks are for me, because they open up my creative juices, if you will. And this is just one aspect. This is just a small talk. There's a lot more to what I'm running on. There's a lot more to my platform. If you want to see it, go to the website, www.pgpeeps.com. It's called the People's Page for a reason. I want you to come there, and I want you to participate in the conversation. I want to hear what you got to say. I want you to join the debate. I want us all to participate in the future of Prince George County. Because let me tell you, this is going to be one of the most important elections, not only in our state, because we're voting on the whole Senate and we're voting on the whole House, but also in our county, because we're at a turning point. All right? It's 2023. We're almost at 2030. And we need to start making some changes, folks. Petersburg is growing. All right? 2-3 years ago, you were telling your kids, don't go into Petersburg, son. Don't go into Petersburg, honey. It's dangerous out there. What are you doing out there? There's a lot of shooting out there. There's a lot of murders out there. You got to watch out. Now, look at the investments going on. The governor of our state is in Petersburg every other week. Petersburg is growing by the day. All right? We're going to do a whole video on that. Hopewell. Hopewell's got its problems right now. Businesses are opening in Hopewell every single day. That downtown area is starting to thrive. Give Hopewell 2 or 3 years. Hell, give Hopewell 5 years. Let them get some of that government accounting issues down. Let them get through that audit. All right? Let's see how that whole thing shakes out. Watch what happens to Hopewell. Look at Chesterfield County right now. You don't like it? You don't think they're doing a good job? You're a hater. I'm telling you right now, economically, the Richmond region is the fastest growing region in the state of Virginia, and Chesterfield County is booming. We are playing games. We're at Prince George, okay? We're a proud people. When I walk around this neighborhood, when I drive around this county and I see these folks, I think about the folks that I went to school with. I talk to them online. I talk to them on the phone. I talk to them in our only supermarket, Food Lion. We're proud and we want to grow, and we know that we can. We've got the resources. I'm telling you right now, Prince George County can lead this region in economic development. We can lead this region in educational development. We can do things here that can't be done in most places. Look at our diversity. Look at the opportunities that we have here. I am a product of Prince George County. My children will be products of Prince George County. You're a product of Prince George County, and your children will be products of Prince George County. Let's make them the best damn products out there. All right. I'm going to talk to you guys some more. I might have rambled a little bit, but hey, I'm passionate about this, man. This is my home. I love this place. I want to be your representative on the board. I thank you guys for your time. I hope I can count on your vote. Early voting starts September 22nd. We're about 30 days out. You're going to hear from me some more. www.pgpeeps.com, the People's page. My name is Brandon Massenberg. I'm running for Board of Supervisors, District 2. If you see me walking around the neighborhood, toss a fist, chuck a deuce, hit the chest, beep your horn, just say what's up. All right? I'll talk to you. Peace.